This is Lifestyles. Happy Sunday. Not so happy Sunday. Hey, what's going on, Diana? Welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in tonight. um, as you can see on the title, and don't forget to thumbs up the video. But if you don't thumbs up, it's really not a big deal today because it's not the type of video. I'm not trying to get ratings. I don't care about who comes in the chat tonight. Um, no glasses on. I don't care about the bags tonight. It is what it is. Just wanted to say rest in heaven to my first cousin, Darren Marion. He's one of my inspirations, or one of the people who initially um, told me to, hey, Melanie, welcome to Lifestyles. Thank you. Hey, Shirley, thank you. Okay, George. He's one of the people who initially years ago, I'd say about five years ago, told me to start blogging myself. He told me to start videotaping and writing down things about my life as I was transitioning into something different, moving from Indianapolis to California. And I started doing a little bit of that. Um, hey, Lisa, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Patricia, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Um, so I started doing that. I started blogging my life. I started, um, just kind of writing down what I was doing. Recording where I was going, the people that I was meeting. Thanks, everybody. Uh, Francis, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Um, Sherry, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Thank you. This is really, really hard for me. My cousin Darren meant a lot to me. He was a couple of years younger than me, but showed me a lot. Guy was very knowledgeable about a lot of things. Actually, he was once a stockbroker, president of a bank in Houston, Texas. Um, uh, just all around good guy. Always kept a smile on his face. Um, Darren was the big deal. Um, he actually was an influencer on YouTube. I found out a few months ago. We were talking, and I didn't know that, and I don't know why he never told me that, but he actually had knew a lot of big YouTubers and already helped them get to where they were, hadn't gotten to. So I was just amazed that he hadn't told me that yet. But we were working together, and he was helping me as well. So um, I just like to send a special shout out to Darren. This is going to be a tough one for me. Haven't lost a first cousin, and I can't. I don't think ever. Um, Let me see. I haven't lost a first cousin. This really mean this is just kind of hitting different for me. Um, I don't know. I was going to talk about why women aren't married or at a certain age or whatever, but I'm not going to get into that tonight. Um, we'll talk about that another day. Thank you, Tierra. I appreciate you. Thank you, George. Thank you, Glenda. Like I said, this is kind of hitting a little different. This is a first cousin. This is someone that I was truly close to, and I'm trying to let it soak all in. So just give me a minute, everybody. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. Uh, no wine tonight. I'm drinking tea. Yeah. Um, I can't believe this. This is just this is rough. This is rough. This is rough. So Cal Rittenhouse, the young man and that crossed state lines with a rifle to kill a couple of innocent people that were just protesting. I think we all saw him with the fake crying and acting like he was trying to whip up some tears. Now I got some real tears right here. These are real tears. They haven't started dripping yet, but they're real. But Cal Rittenhouse was trying to whip up some dramatic, cinematic tears that wouldn't even come out, and I just can't believe that the judge in this case seems like he's just siding with the defense for some reason. Um, that's just my opinion. Uh, George, where you at, man? Lashonda, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Uh, mm, mm, let's see, let's see.
Woohoo!
Yo, yo,
What's up? What's up?
you on here? Hold on, hold on. I didn't know you was on here already, my friend.
Yeah, I was waiting on you to bring me in.
Okay, okay. All righty, all righty.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
We got our roving reporter, Mr. George, in the house tonight.
Oh
Happy Sunday,
man,
Mr. George. What's going on, man?
nothing, man. Nothing, man. Sorry to hear about your cousin, man. Sorry to hear about your
Thank
cousin.
you.
Oh boy, no, just sitting up here, man, trying to get myself set up. Had to go get me a bottle of water and everything real quick.
So no tequila tonight, my friend.
Nah, I'm gonna pour one out for your family, man, on the ground outside. After the, I'm gonna stick my finger out the door and see how cold it is, and pour a drink out onto the ground out there for him.
Man,
Some of the
this is
some of the good
this is
stuff.
yeah, this is no glasses on for me tonight, man. I've been tearing up and you know I don't know, man. This is a this is a rough one for me. This is a rough one.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, especially after you grew up when you grew up with somebody, man. It's a
I was trying to think when's the last time I lost a first cousin, George. I don't think I've ever lost a first cousin. I mean, I
wow.
don't think I've. I mean, can you? Who have I lost? I mean, think if we grew up. I mean, I haven't lost a first cousin. This is my first
Nah,
cousin that I've lost,
yeah,
right?
I can't think of one either.
That's why this is unusual. That's why this is kind of hitting kind of different because he's a first cousin and I haven't lost a first cousin. I mean, everybody is that I grew up with is still around.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
tough one. Yeah,
so yeah, man. I like I said, I've shed a couple of tears by myself. Thought about some good times that me and him had together. Um, uh, this is just hitting a little different for me.
yeah,
I'm used to death. I know that comes when you're born. You get a date, a time, and it's lights out, curtains out. But uh, to get the news that my cousin had a heart attack, but the only thing I can say is that from what I heard is that he was doing something he loved to do, and Darren loved to do his podcasts and things like that. So he passed away on the computer. So, hey, if nothing else, he was doing what he loved to do, and I don't know. It's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
that kind of means maybe you was living his life to its fullest, man. You know, when you're doing something you enjoy to do, you know, that makes life more enjoyable instead of doing something that you don't want to do just to, you know, get through life. But when you're doing something you really love to do, it makes more life a hell of a lot more fun.
Right.
Yeah, man. Shoot. So hey, just take it day by day, man. You know, that's how, you know, day by day, remember the good times, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just remembering the good times. Like I said, he really is the inspiration that kind of helped me get into this.
Yeah.
The whole YouTube thing. I mean, he was telling me when I moved to California to start doing some blogging. He said, start blogging your life. Start, he told me about that a long time ago. So, I mean, it made a lot of sense, and it's gonna make more sense once I'm monetized. But even if I'm not monetized, I'm enjoying the fact that I'm meeting new people. New people are coming into my platform. They're listening to me. They're waiting on me to come up with a new video. They're asking me when I'm going to do a new video, and that is rewarding to me. It doesn't matter if I'm monetized or not. I just appreciate the fact that the people that I'm looking at right here on this chat are taking their time out to listen to me and you speak.
Yeah.
And that in itself means a whole lot to me. So I just want to send a shout out to all my subscribers, and the people, men and women that have listened to me and watched me sing, whether it was in tone or out of tone. Put a mask on in the house. Go through Corona. We then went through Corona, went back in it, back out of it, whatever. We're gonna get through it, whatever. But I just appreciate everybody coming in and just being a part of my family and giving me this platform to just speak and entertain you in whatever way I can. If it's speaking, if it's cooking, doing my art, metal detecting, whatever, and then some new things for 2022. So we're gonna really blow this channel up here in the new year. We got some real good things coming, like cooking up. We're gonna start saying cooking up. We got some real good things cooking up, like in the kitchen, Rodney. Like back in the old days, back in the '90s when I was cooking it up, baby boy, and we
Hey,
was and we and we was getting in them old cars and stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right.
hey, hey, man, you gonna grab that new electric Mustang in 2022?
I might. I've really been thinking about getting an electric car. I love my Corvette, Lifestyles Corvette, but getting an electric car would be so more efficient for me economic wise. It would just make more sense for everyday living for me. Pulling a fast car out every now and then is great, but just everyday living, electric car would be perfect for me. The Mustang would be probably a perfect choice, either a Mustang or a Tesla, possibly. So yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
man, you know what? I'm in Vegas in December, right? So we're going to do a podcast while I'm in Vegas.
Boom. Let's do that.
Yeah,
Let's do
let's
that.
have
Boom.
everybody join in.
Let's do that.
December
Let's do that.
my birthday,
Yeah.
December the 8th. So
We're
I'm
gonna have
gonna
a birthday
see if we
party.
want to
We're
hit
gonna
up and
have a
do one on.
birthday party on live. Everybody got to jump in. Everybody, we want all hopefully 1,000 subscribers. But if not, we want all 700 and whatever subscribers. We're gonna have a birthday party for Mr. George, and we're gonna be live in Vegas. One person's gonna be in Vegas, one person's gonna be where I'm at, and we're gonna have a party, and y'all gonna be where y'all at, and we're gonna party. Everybody gonna get a drink, and we're gonna do this thing. So don't forget to come in for when we gonna be in Vegas, Mr. G?
I'll be out there December the 8th to the 11th.
Okay, so whenever Mr. George is out in Vegas, we're gonna definitely do a live video, and we're gonna have a little birthday party for George. Bring it in the right way. Life's too short, so we got to have fun whenever we can. Nicole, Matrina, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Miss Glenda, welcome to Lifestyles. What's happening? Hit that thumbs up, share the video out. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to Lifestyles with Eric. We definitely accept your opinions on lifestyles with Eric. All right.
Hey, tell Miss Patricia Cole when I said hi back. I can see her. I can see the chats on the page now.
Okay.
Miss
Because I
Glenda
made you
Woods,
a
how you
co-host.
doing?
Okay, so see, you didn't tell everybody the good news. I made you a co-host. You know what I'm saying? See, everybody, I made Mr. George a co-host now. He's a co-host now. He can see certain things that he couldn't see at first. So now he's got a little bit more access. Everybody. So since everybody like, since y'all always asking about Mr. George, I went ahead and made him a co-host. You know what I'm saying? And now we got to get Miss Trey Ace of Spades on in, and we're gonna bring her in next. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So yeah.
hey, I'm your Ed McMahon and you Johnny Carson.
All right now. All right now. I'm trying to think what kind of snack I need, man. I might need some Long's donuts or something. I might have to when the show come on, you might have to bring me Long's donuts, man. You
Hey
know what I'm saying?
man, I love some Long's donuts. I grew up on Long's. That's the spot. I don't care what anybody say. Long's is #1 with me.
Yes, yes, yes. Thanks, Matrina. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Just be you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Tell
It
Miss
really
Nicole
means
G. I said
a
hi
whole
back. Hi
lot.
Nicole G.
George is speaking. He's speaking that since he can see everybody, you can say what you need to say, Mister.
Hey, I heard you talking about your boy, man. The worst acting award goes to Mr. What's his name? Rittenhouse.
Cal Rittenhouse.
Hey, man.
No, hold on. He looked at the judge first.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Nothing
Hey,
came
man.
out. Now, mind you, I was getting ready to cry, tear up because of my cousin passing, and those were real tears getting ready to come out. But this son of a
Right.
bitch couldn't even get a fucking tear out. I don't understand. I mean, come
Hey.
on, man. I mean, it's crazy. Thank you, Annette.
You
I
know what?
appreciate you.
You know what we was talking about. Now I'm starting to think that he may get a slap on the wrist or a whole new trial, man. First I said he's going to jail. And now the way I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm starting to have doubts on this one now, man.
Well, we got. I told you. I told you. I told you. I can already see the way the judge is kind of leaning. It just seems like the judge is. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now
We'll see.
I don't know what the event was, but it was on social media. So maybe a picture speaks 1,000 words and 1,000 different. You could take a picture and come up with 1,000 different reasons why what you're seeing. But somebody had posted a double picture of him at a club the night before, and he was holding up this white power sign. And then they showed him in court. And I'm like, now maybe that might have been an older picture. Maybe he wasn't holding up the white. Maybe he's just holding up the OK sign. But they made it seem like he was holding up a white power sign. But I could be wrong, and hopefully I am. But this kid's, man, he's got a lot of growing up to do, man. And
What about his mother, man? What do you feel about him being underage? You dropping your underage son. I have an underage son. It's 15 years old with a rifle that's not legally his rifle. That's his buddy bought for him, AR, and you drop him across state line to quote unquote protect some stores that didn't hire him because he's not an adult who didn't have any prior you know what I'm trying to say, didn't have any prior training of security or anything like that. So what type of mother would drop their son off to engage in something like that? Because the shoe could have been on the other foot. He could have been killed. She could have dropped him into a war zone and he could have been gunned down. What do you think about that, Mr. George?
I think she should get some jail time because that's pretty much child neglect. Even though he was 17 years old at the time, you had a moral and ethical responsibility to know where your son's going. Where is he going with a assault rifle? And you should have told him, no, you're not going anywhere with that assault rifle. You knew what was going on. Everybody in America knew there was a protest going on around the nation at that time. So yeah, I think she should face some charges, for that. Here in Indiana, it's like if I go into a house and I shoot somebody and somebody rolled with me and they didn't know I shot somebody and I kill them, well, they go to jail for murder too. So if he gets found guilty on that murder, on that double murder charge, excuse me, and shooting that one guy in the arm, she should pay the consequences too, right along with him, because you enabled him to go down there to that event, and you're the one that caused the what'd you say, the rock that we threw in the water and caused the ripples. So you should hold some responsibility for that. Just like a parent who is neglecting a child, yeah, you should serve some time for dropping your 17-year-old son off into a protest with a gun and killing 2 people and shooting another.
Okay, now
So
you know about the case in Indiana where the guy went down to the protest, similar to the protests that were going on all around the country. The white man that went down with a gun permitted to carry a gun, and also was in an altercation downtown Indianapolis where he said that he was shoved and pushed and killed a black unarmed man, and was allegedly was let out on bond for murder, and then also tried, and I believe they're retrying him, so it was an hung jury here about a month ago. So kind of similar. Why would you go down to a protest that was particularly nonviolent, yet it was some crazy stuff going on downtown Indianapolis? But so then why would you bring a gun down to Indianapolis if you're not a police officer and kind of look for trouble, kind of?
yeah,
So you went down to, and I can't say that's a vigilante because you went down looking. You didn't go down to protect anybody. You went down to find somebody to provoke you so that you could gun them down and use self-defense because you have a gun permit.
but here we have people say this all the time. If you have a gun, you feel powerful. You feel like you have some you have a cape on your back, like you're a superhero. Somebody sees a gun, you're going to think twice about coming and saying anything to me or walking up in my face. So it's very true. Guns don't kill people. Idiots with guns kill people.
Right.
So,
I've been saying
and
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
People
So if
definitely
you
don't.
go down to a protest with a gun, you're either looking for some trouble. Well, I'll just say not either looking. I'm just saying you are looking for some trouble. So that's the reason why you got your gun on your hip. If you were going down there, if you're going down someplace just to protest and watch the protests and
Take
stand
that.
out of harm's way, then you don't need a gun. You don't need a gun no whatsoever. But these people, it's sad, man, because you're thinking that you're going down there to protect the building, or you're going down there to carry a gun to protect you in case the protests get out of hand. You don't need to be in all that mixed with a gun. Nobody. There's police officers down there. There's cameras down there. It's just a freaking building. If it catches on fire, you hope nobody's in there. But there's insurance to pay for all that damage. If the window gets
There's
broken, there's
there's
insurance.
insurance for the
Yes.
products that people steal and loot out of,
Right.
that but that I hear mainly Caucasian people always, that's the first thing I hear when there becomes a debate about riots and protesting. They always talk about the products, the looting. That's the first thing they say. It's like, you okay, so you do know that stuff's insured, right? Now don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, they're idiots for stealing products, but it's insured.
Yeah.
And why are they doing what they're doing? I mean, it's, look at the whole reason, because you keep killing unarmed black men. That's why.
Yeah.
Then would nobody be
Yeah.
looting? That, I mean, it's a cause and effect. So yeah.
Well, they need some. Remember what Scarface said? You need people like me to point your finger at. So all the valuable stuff is in the stores and everything. They know, and they're at home. They board the windows up if they get a chance to, but then they come back and say, well, look what those people are doing. And it makes them feel, it gives them a sense of poor me. And then what are we going to do about these people out here who are destroying this property? So you need people to, like Scarface said in the movie, you need people like me to point your finger out to make you feel good about yourself. So you leave all the clothes, you leave the tennis shoes, you leave the dishes and the TVs and everything in the stores. And then you sit back at home like, look at my store, look at my store. It's damaged, it's gone, all this, it's all gone. But you have insurance. And if the insurance won't cover it, a lot of times the government will have some kind of refund or grant to help you rebuild your store back up and get back on your feet. Don't think that these people who own these buildings, that they're going to be that they're hurting. The vendors might be hurt, but the property owners most
Even
definitely are not
mom
hurting.
and pop store, most of the time, a mom and pop store still has insurance.
Yeah.
So you
have to have some kind of liability insurance.
Right. It's sad that people would do that, but it does happen, and those are idiots. But life goes on, and there's a reason why those people are doing what they're doing. And hopefully, if people stop being killed for no reason and not having a pistol or gun on them or weapon, then maybe nobody would be looting either. So see, there's always reasons why people do what they do. That's pretty much it.
You okay? Remember when that whole incident broke off in Indianapolis? I was watching the protesters, how they was throwing a couple of setting fires to a couple of trash dumpsters.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that really rubbed me the wrong way, when those police officers, and one of them was a sergeant, was beating those two girls downtown with the nightsticks.
Oh, that
a black girl and a white girl.
That really hurt my heart.
I'm like, white and black, and I'm like, you the sergeant of the police department. And all you had to do was walk those girls to the car, and they probably would have went home or had another officer walk them to the car. But you took out your nightstick and beaten up teenage girls. And you're going to say that you were justified in that? To me, if you would beat up teenage girls with a nightstick, I'm just curious. Would you do that to your wife at home or your daughters? Would you beat them with something?
You want somebody to beat them with a nightstick?
Yeah. And then on top of that, here's the question that I want to ask, that I'm asking to anybody that's a cop out here. Why would you let somebody do some stuff like that and place your job in jeopardy? Because you were standing there and you didn't do anything about it. All of a sudden, he gets suspended.
If it's being videotaped, because the messed up. If it's on videotape or on their body cam, then that's different. But that's the messed up part about it. If nobody sees it, then did it ever happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But when people see it and you have your body cam on and other people are videotaping it, and then it gets out there on national TV, you the sergeant of the police department, you're beating two young teenage girls with nightsticks. I don't care what you say, the optics does not look right at all. So
no.
I don't care if you were a corporal or just a 2-year officer on the department. Why would you sit up there and watch this man beat these teenage girls with a nightstick? Then when everything hits the fan, then everybody's getting suspended. And you're putting your job on the line because this degenerate police officer wants to hit teenage girls with a nightstick.
Right.
That's the part I don't understand. You sit there and watch these guys do stuff that is unethical. And then when they do it, they thinking they get away with it. Then somebody's recorded and it comes out. And then all of a sudden your job is on the line because you got some degenerate police officer working beside you.
Yeah. And those cops ought to get in trouble for watching their fellow officers do something that they know is unethical, or what I'm tired of hearing, that they need retraining. Motherfucker, you don't need retraining. You know what fucking training you fucking had. You just had training. You don't need to be retrained over and over again to chokehold people and beat the hell out of them for no damn reason. I'm sick of that fucking excuse. Oh, they need to be retrained. No, they don't.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
The lady on the radio about that. I was on the radio speaking about that a couple of weeks ago, and Tina said, "Oh, yes, well, what makes you think they don't need to be retrained?" I said, if he's a sergeant, he's been on the force for 20-something years, and he gets retrained every few years. They get retrained. He knows what to train. He does the training. He teaches people what to do and what not to do. His fellow officers that are under him. But we had a disagreement about that. They don't need to be retrained. They know what training is. They just do what the fuck they want to do, and that's just the way it is. Whether they get caught or not get caught. Even if it's on camera nowadays, it doesn't even matter. They still beat it anyway. It don't even matter if it's on camera.
No, it doesn't, because they will have some union rep or some representative come back and say, well, what you're looking at isn't what you thought. They was the subject took and they clenched their fist up, and the officer thought that he was going to charge him and beat him, so he took his taser out and tased him.
Like the guy downtown Indianapolis. Remember the guy downtown Indianapolis?
Yeah. Well, like you mean the kids over there at Washington High School?
No, I'm saying the guy that got beat up by the sergeant got kicked in the head downtown. Prime example. His they seen him do that.
There was 2 other kids at Washington High School. Their mother came up there to get them because it was a fight at the school. She came to get them. 2 police officers, school police officers, was escorting them out, and there was some words said between the mother and the officers. So the one little kid, he jumps up there in front of his mother because the officer's coming at him, and the officer lied and said the kid was getting ready to charge at him. He balled his fist up. When you looked at the video, the kid didn't even ball his fist up, but the officer hauled off and punched the little kid in the face.
That's crazy. A little kid.
Now here's the thing. You go through training, you have to sign off on that damn paperwork. So don't tell me that they need retraining is not the question. The problem is the unions are coming behind them talking about, well, we'll send them back to class, we'll suspend them with pay and all this crap. It's about keeping those degenerates on the job instead of bringing in new recruits and get some new trainers and get some new people down there in that on the police unions.
Right.
If you don't start with looking in the mirror, IMPD and all these police departments, and start cleaning up your own house, the people are never going to trust you. Never going to trust you.
And that goes all around the country.
All around the country and all around the world.
Absolutely, Glenda. Absolutely, Glenda. I totally agree. No justification. Just be you said. You see that, George? They do it because they can. True.
That's true. That's very true.
I know, right? Yeah. Some police officers are abusive, and there's some against their wives. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's why I was wondering when that officer hit them little girls with them sticks, with those nightclubs. Well, with his nightclub, do you do that at home to your family and to your wife? If you have a family, if you have a wife. I mean, nowadays you never know. They might be married to a man. So you got to throw that out there. But I'm just saying, is that the type of person you are? You know, when you're out there, you're out there beating on females, and you're a big guy. You're like, look like he's about 6'2", 6'3", probably weighed about 230, 240, and you're beating on some young girls like that. I'm like, come on, man, enough's enough.
I mean, that's a power thing. It's a power thing. It's control. Being a police officer is different, and everybody can't be. I'm not saying they're not good cops, but it's certain cops that are certain ways because they were always a certain type of way. So they use that as that control and stuff like that.
Here's this is what the public should do. There's a lot of officers out there that want to do the right thing, and they know that they want to get rid of these bad police officers in these departments. The public needs to speak up for those guys that want to do the right thing with the community and do the right thing through law enforcement with those jobs. The public needs to say, hey, look, there needs to be a new channel that you guys can go through, and we need to start speaking to the mayor, the city county council, and say, hey, these are some degenerates. They've been suspended once a year. All these public people calling up about police complaint reports about them. Get rid of them and start backing these guys up who put those badges on their chest and want to go out there and do the right thing. They want to get out there and know the people in the neighborhood. They want to come home to a safe community or work in a safe community and not have to deal with degenerates that's on your department. And stop letting the union get away with all this bullshit, making up these laws, these regulations and rules to keep all these degenerate police officers on the department.
That's true. Hey, Miss Paula, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, little lady? I see you up there. She said, let me in. I'm cute today.
Uh-oh.
Wow. All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Lifestyle. Thanks, everybody, for coming into the chat tonight. This has been a nice chat.
Somebody said, I'm here, Unc.
Okay, I see you. Is that the new feature? Is that the new feature they got?
Yes, on mine, Glenda Woods, There's No Justice, Patricia Coleman,
I see you.
Glenda, Nicole, Just Be You. Hey, you got a whole house full tonight, boy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe should have had some champagne and drinks tossed, spreading it around.
Might as well.
Oh shoot! Hey man, we gotta do that. You gotta get when you gonna want to do that movie review, man? You gotta get a panel for these movie reviews, man. I mean,
Yeah,
no shoot. I've been
we
seeing some.
gotta we we gotta do that cowboy review, that one that's on Netflix. We gotta do a review on that.
Hey
Uh
man, I'll tell you another one that almost had me crying was that
w-
Colin Kaepernick, Black and White. Oh man, I almost shed a tear on that one, man.
yeah. Um well, I lost my first cousin this morning, baby. He passed away. Unfortunately. That's the topic pretty much. But we were kind of talking about. Thank you, baby. I'm almost there. You're right. I'm almost at 1K. I'm almost there. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna have us a big party when I get to that 1K. We are gonna celebrate. I'm believing in it. We're gonna make it. Glenda, we're gonna make it, baby. We're gonna make it. Everybody, we're gonna make it. Thank you.
Where's all the
And
fellas at, man?
yeah, where the fellas at tonight? Sometimes the fellas are watching, I notice, but they tell me in the background when I see them in the streets, they watching, but they don't say nothing. I say, y'all gotta say something, no. So come on in, my fellas. If y'all watching tonight, come on in, man. Me and George need a little help now. We got over 700 some women in the house. That's it, and no men. God dang it, we
See.
can't handle all the women.
Hey man, remember we used to go to the club back in the day, and the women be wanting to get on the dance floor, and all the dudes be standing against the wall.
Yeah, man, we got all it. It's only me and you on the dance floor, George. Goddamn, we can't dance with
Yeah,
all these damn
can't
women,
get
man.
dance with everybody.
Shit,
See,
man.
they don't want to dance, man. Come on, get out there and dance. I thought Brandon was coming on here tonight. I was just got through talking to him again a minute ago. My boy Brandon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he must be over there eating birthday cake.
Birthday cake, man.
Boy, yeah, man. So what else going on in your world, man?
I don't know, man. Oh, you know what? I still been thinking about that Travis Scott travesty. That whole thing was in my mind. What I saw was a satanic ritual that was performed on a whole audience that nobody really had any knowledge of. A lot of unsuspecting kids, man, that just wanted to hear music, man. But a lot of these big stars, like I said, it's a lot of spiritual things that go on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about, selling souls and different signs that artists throw up in their signs, in their songs and signals and this stuff that means devil, that doesn't mean rock and roll, that means the devil's horns, things like that. A lot of people don't understand about different things that go on in the music industry, and how these kids get into the music industry. Unfortunately, once they're in, it's not necessarily about selling their souls, but they get a part of stuff that they can't get out of, and they'll actually be killed. I mean, it sometimes just ends up like that, and their music will still be played and be sold, and the record companies will still be making money. But from the signs and the things that I saw at the Travis Scott concert, some of the images were definitely satanic, and a porthole to hell. And he was telling the kids, which started the whole riot, was come to the other side. Which, what does that mean? Come to what other
Yeah,
side? If you're alive,
yeah.
why are you saying come to the other side? And there was a
Mhm.
porthole spinning. What, in my mind, he was hypnotizing those kids. A lot of times a whole audience could be hypnotized. We've seen it done before, and
Yeah,
nobody unsuspectingly not even know it. So you cannot play with that kind of shit. And if you're in it, um, different spiritual things can happen on dark sides that you'd be surprised. I saw an image of a lot, thousands of people, I'm sure, have seen it, but I saw an image of that a guy had of the crowd, and he flashed down at the crowd, and I swear, gave me chills. It looked like a black something black flew down into the crowd. You could just see it. It was a black, it looked like a spirit of something. And my mother even saw it. It gave me chills, man. It was a bunch of demonic energy going on at that concert. Travis Scott was singing some weird stuff. I even seen images of 666. I mean, they showed that. That's what they show. See, a lot of times people go through stuff at concerts that they don't show on rap video. The videos and concerts is two different things. You might see stuff at a concert that you may not never see.
Right.
People do stuff that at concerts that you might never knew that's what they did at concerts until you go to the concert. Again, I'm not saying the man's a devil worshiper, but it looked awful weird to me. And a lot of people on the internet are saying the same thing. So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
You know, when I was growing up, I thought the craziest thing I ever saw at a concert was I went to go see Rick James and he fired up a joint right on stage. But that's nothing compared to the shit that goes on now. That's soft. That's PG. What Rick James did back in the day was PG, rated PG. This stuff that goes on now is like rated R or sometimes maybe rated X, depends on who's on stage.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You just never know what you might encounter. You gotta, you know what? You gotta know what you're letting your little kids go to. There was a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old kid that got killed. So that shouldn't have happened. So there's some weird things. I don't know if he's ended his career or not, because I think what's going to happen is he's going to pay those families money. He's not going to end his career, but those souls were those souls were sacrificed for somebody or his career or whatever. And it's just a lot of weird. He's going to pay those families, and his life's going to go on, and he's going to still do concerts. Different people now, they're going to have better security at concerts. They're not going to let people do different things change. Oh, I got a good one we can talk about here in a second. I don't want to get off topic. I want to let this go. What about?
You see that? Just Be You said Travis may have ended his career. What you think about that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he has. I don't think so. Hey, Rose, what's going on? Welcome to Lifestyles. I really don't think so.
So you think that his music sales will go up behind that now, or?
Yeah, everything's gonna go up for him. Bad is good, good is bad.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. Any kind of publicity is going to get him his name is going to be trending for a while. So
okay.
No, and I just got another. Remember when remember when Ariana Grande had some sort of travesty in another country, or is this kind? Remember, it was some sort of something happened. Somebody died. A couple people. Remember that? It just happened a couple years ago. It's sad, man, but they doing this shit, man, and everything is done by numerical things. They kill and they do different things in different orders. At certain times, it could be at midnight, at 12, such and such and such. It's all with numbers. Everything is done with numbers. It just is. They even somebody had added up the numbers with Travis Scott's concert, some different things, and it added up the exact same thing. I mean, it's just wow. His card. I mean, his concert little poster. Let me see, what is it called? What are those? His little card things with the poster thing. It had the story on it. The story or something that means chaotic. It means the end of the world, different things like that. But then look what happened at the concert.
Yeah,
that's not coincidental. That's not. So if you were promoting something chaotic, and something chaotic happened.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get.
Let me ask you one more thing before. What do you think is going to happen to Britney Spears now that she's got that
thing that off of her?
Off her back? Yeah.
she's gonna get married, and this new guy may take her for a little change. May try
Okay.
to. Okay.
Okay.
That's my opinion. That's just my
So
opinion.
do you think she's going to have a comeback career? I'm thinking she may.
If possibly, but she's being controlled. I still think she's being controlled.
Okay.
Somebody's controlling her. That's just my opinion. Because she still,
Sort
to
of
me,
like,
she acts animated. She doesn't act like she's all there. And I don't think it's mental. I think it's deeper than mental. I think it's something controlling her. See, I go deeper in further. I just think that it's something else going on with her. If you listen to the way she talks, she doesn't seem like she's all there. Something else is going on.
that's why I was doing it. I was wondering if you think that she still has a price to pay, knowing the way things are in Hollywood and in the industry.
She sold her soul probably a long time ago. Rodney, do you remember,
Okay.
George? Do you remember when she shaved her hair?
Yes.
That was a sacrifice that she was going through that's when she was going through that transition. She might have been losing her mind right then and there because she was giving up something. She had to shave her hair and give up something. She had to give up her beauty for a little while and make her think. That's when they start thinking she was crazy. See, and if you notice, why do all these stars say they go through depression? That's not coincidental. It's because they've given up something that they wish they wouldn't have gave up for all of that money. And a lot of them say they can't even look in the mirror. It's
like Martin Lawrence
was
going through some shit a while back. Okay.
I'm gonna go to this one. I've been analyzing this, and I've been analyzing this, and I've been analyzing it. It's pretty simple. Alec Baldwin.
Woo. Okay. I feel for the brother.
Now, you're on a movie set. He's the executive producer of this movie called Rust. He's the executive producer of it, which means he's supposed to control the money and everything. Okay. Now, I've listened to different people that handle guns on movie set. They are called armors. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Lady Gwendolyn, what's going on?
Hey, Gwendolyn.
They tell you they're the guys that handle the fake guns, real guns, whatever. Now, this was not a prop gun. This was a real gun with real ammo in it. Okay. They were not. This was not. They were on break at this particular time. There was nobody filming anything. Okay. The gun didn't fall on the ground and shoot this lady that worked on the set. Okay. Let me give you a little background. The lady that worked on the set was already complaining about different things on movie sets, and she was kind of an advocate for the rights of people that work on the movie sets for safety. Okay. She's dead now.
Wait a minute, what?
The lady that Alec Baldwin accidentally killed is dead now. She was an advocate for rights of the movie set people because she worked on a movie set, and that was hold on. Like I said, the guy that controls the guns and things like that on the set said the first thing he said was that you do not point a gun at anybody. So the gun didn't fall on the ground and go off and hit that lady and kill her. Why would Alec Baldwin, when they were taking a break, point a gun with one bullet in it and shoot the lady that's been complaining? Do you see where I'm going?
Okay, because I was thinking that you was talking about the other girl that's been in charge of the other guns and all those, make sure wasn't no dummies up, because it was the one lady that got shot. This is the other lady. I'm thinking about this lady who was like one of the assistants.
I'm talking about what just happened with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin picked up a gun on the movie set and shot one of the people that worked on the movie set. He accidentally hit the director too, but not killed him, but he killed the lady.
Yeah.
Okay. The lady, they were not even filming when this happened, is what I'm saying. They were on a break. They just like when you say cut, they was just chilling. Okay. Why would you pick up a gun, plan, and point it at one of the people on the set and shoot it? Does that make it? It don't make no sense,
Don't
do
make
it?
sense. It don't make
Okay.
sense. No, no,
That's
it don't make
but
sense.
nobody's saying that. All I keep hearing is it was an accidental shoot. What was accidental about it? He wasn't supposed to point it at her. It was how was it an accident?
So, do you think he's going to have a manslaughter charge facing him, or do you think it'll be kind of like what's the
They're
guy
gonna
that
say they're gonna blame it on the person that was supposed to handle the gun.
okay, that's
But
what I'm yeah.
but my thing again, nobody keeps saying, Alec, why did you point the gun at somebody that's not even in the movie? She works on the movie set. She's not in the movie.
Right.
Why would you point a gun at her and squeeze the trigger?
Okay. Hey, somebody's going to take a fall for it.
That might have been a sacrifice. That either it was done it was both. It could be both. She could have been a sacrifice. She could have been a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Do you know weird things happen? Hollywood stuff, all and like I said, numeronic stuff. The Travis Scott stuff, Alec Baldwin, different weird. It might be some more weird shit getting ready to happen. It's just all in number shit. It's all in numbers.
Okay. Now, do you think it's going to end up being like what was that celebrity? Remember the guy that played on Heart to Heart and his
he killed his wife, but they
okay.
allegedly. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Natalie Wood. Allegedly.
Natalie Woods. Yeah. Do you think it's going to be a crazy Hollywood Hollywood legend murder like that case was? Do you think this Alec Baldwin would be somewhere the next 20, 30 years, nobody goes to jail and it'll be another Hollywood legend, who did it type of thing? And then we'll go the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the line and people are talking about, well, I know who did it. And, they're trying to figure out who did it, like a murder mystery type thing in Hollywood. Because our Hollywood always tends to have those who done it type of things, but nobody goes to jail, and it becomes like like the Lady in Black that goes to Harry Houdini's grave every year on his anniversary and stuff like that. You think it'll become like a Hollywood myth or legend?
Maybe.
Or a story that's talked about through the years?
They may bring that back up. I think they may, because they were talking about it and then it went away again. They were just talking about it a few years ago and then it just went away again. So every few years, somebody, I think a private detective or somebody tries to kind of bring it up, and he's living his life. But him and that other actor, what's his name, that played in The King of New York, they know what happened. That's who was on the boat with him. That's who was on the boat with him. It was just those three people.
Yeah. Yep. So somebody knows something.
Those three people were on the boat. They pushed her off the boat and they drove back to shore.
So you think, I wonder if that might have been like a love triangle type thing.
Allegedly. Huh?
I wonder if that might have been like a alleged I think that you're cheating on him or whatever, and they got into a big altercation and something went down. And
you never know back then. You never know what they could have been arguing about.
Yeah,
you just never know. You never know. Yeah, man. Trying to think what else is going on besides the Kyle Rittenhouse case.
That case in Georgia with the three the three white guys is on trial. Ahmaud Arbery, yeah.
They're being really disrespectful, very disrespectful.
Yeah, that one, the one attorney, the defense attorney's talking about.
He didn't want any black pastors in there because he said it
didn't want Red Al Sharpton coming back. Yeah.
How would it influence the jury? Wow.
Yeah. That was really messed up, and there was some other things. They have what is it 11-man jury or a 12-man jury, whatever. They only have one black person. And I think the population in that town is like 20-some% black, African American or black, and they only have one black person sitting on that jury.
Right.
And the judge was already made comments about, he thinks that, I guess basically what he's saying, that he feels like there's some racial undertones. That's not what he said word for word, but from my perspective, that I think, and the judge is saying there's something not right about the way you're doing this, way you did the jury selection, and then you're always coming back making a complaint, and it's always seems to be like it's directed about people of color having something to do with the trial. Either it's the black press, either it's black pastors. You got one black person on the jury. I mean, I think a lot of this is like deceptive tactics to throw everything off, to make everything so complex that the jury forget. If the jury's listening to this, they forget about the main focus of the case. And as time goes by, you start thinking about, like, damn, did that happen? Okay, I don't remember that happening. And they start forgetting shit as the trial goes on, and you keep on doing all these delay tactics. And the longer and longer something gets delayed, the less and less you remember the details of something, or everything becomes clouded. You know, you don't actually, what you saw on the video isn't what you saw. Somebody else puts another spin on it, and now you have a tainted jury. And then they come back and say, okay, well, he was running and they tried to stop him. And, you know, they have a law in Georgia where you can do a citizen's arrest and everything. And he came at him and he tried to fight him. And so, you know, he went for the gun and the guy pulled the trigger and
Did you hear about the person that owned the house that wasn't finished, said that he didn't mind, he didn't have a problem with him looking in that house or anything, because he didn't try to steal anything or anything like that. So that's significant. That's significant too, because he wasn't running from a burglary. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't. So since the homeowner said that, the builder said that was pretty significant, I would say.
Yeah, and I had also heard that there was some people who did steal some stuff, and they knew who it was, but it wasn't black folk, anybody black.
Right.
And they knew who it was that stole the stuff.
Well, you remember there's a different language remember when white kids do things, I think we all know what they call them: juvenile delinquents, or just, you know, just mischievous kids, mischievous kids. But when it's black kids, they're, you know, you never know what they may say. A gang, gang bangers, whatever. The worst of the worst. So language is always different with race.
Well, yeah, you know,
Miss Jones, welcome to Lifestyles. Thanks for coming in again, sweetheart. We appreciate you. Happy Sunday.
You know, black folks would be called thugs and untrustworthy, and then white folks, what the terminology is, oh, they were just acting out. You know, they were just releasing stress. You know, they're immature.
They'll
immature. Yeah.
They'll grow up. They're just immature kids. So they make excuses for young white kids a lot of times. But thank you again, Miss Jones. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, they do call us hoodlums. Do they call us hoodlums? Yeah.
Those hoodlums ain't no daggone good. You can't trust them.
White kids are just juvenile delinquents sometimes, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing that a long time ago. You're juvenile delinquent. Gangsters, yeah. Lady Glenn said gangsters.
yeah, that's true.
Shoot.
But
hey man, you know what?
Yeah, but I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. You know, like I said, I wasn't gonna carry it too long. We went an hour, so that's cool. You know, and I just appreciate us. I try to keep that to the back of my head, but you know, it's still gonna ride with me the rest of this week and until I bury my cousin. This was just so unexpected, and this is my first cousin that I've had to bury, and this is I just appreciate everybody and their condolences. I really appreciate everybody coming in tonight. You could have been anywhere else, but you were with Lifestyles, and I appreciate that. And you know, George, George and I, we really appreciate you listening to us, and we just try to make it entertaining as possible. We have two different opinions, and sometimes our opinions are both the same. It just varies. So, you know, yeah, I definitely need to laugh, Patricia. Absolutely, I agree. I appreciate you having me, baby. Thank you. I need you. Give me a big old virtual hug. Thank you, Nicole G. I appreciate you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I don't know. Well, we'll see you sometime this week. We'll get some more discussion in.
Hey
I
man.
want to get that good. We gonna get that good discussion in a minute, and it's gonna be Miss Lady. Why aren't you married? And
Uh-oh.
we'll see what happens with that one. We'll let the women ponder on that one, come up with their opinion on that, and don't be mad at me. It's just a discussion. So,
Hey,
um,
hey, I got $5 that those women, the ones that are dating somebody, gonna say it's his fault.
okay. Well, we'll see what
It
happens when we come back with that discussion.
is his. I
Everybody
got
have a
$5 on it's his fault.
oh wow. I
He's
want
always
everybody
got an excuse. He ain't ready yet.
to I want everybody to have a great week and a blessed week. It's been real. Have a good night. Be safe out there. Stay warm. Don't
Yeah,
if
it's
you ain't got
cold.
to go out, if you ain't got to go out, stay in the house, finish watching some TV, chill on out, everybody. God bless Raina. Thanks for coming into What Lifestyles tonight. We really appreciate it. All righty, I'll see you soon. Salute. See something, say something. Have a blessed one. Love everybody. All right, take care. All right. Subscribe, send that video out, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, all that. You already know.
Hey,
All
tell him
right.
don't forget December 8th through the 11th, baby. We're gonna do it.
In Vegas. We'll have one person in Vegas. Looks like it'll be Mr. George. Boom for his birthday. So we'll be partying soon. Party online. Smile and water. Okay, I got